or am I misunderstanding some of the stuff I read on the Reddit?
No, it's released. You can buy it. It's just not. Uh,
Oh, I'm not thinking the Clipper. I'm thinking the other one.
uh,
Anyway, there was another one that that just recently came off of the um, pay early.
oh, okay, yeah.
They were saying that it basically was replacing the Type 9.
The
Oh, maybe
Panther
it was a
Clipper.
Clipper. Okay.
Yeah, it was that vehicle existed way back in the original games, and people have been waiting since the Kickstarter for it to come out. And for years, after years and years, they announced, or I heard that they announced that they canceled it, but this new dev team brought it back basically. You see the caveat supposedly of having the option to get the ships like that is to add more development to the game. That's the supposed caveat to having extra paid, optional paid items, you know? Which,
Well,
I mean,
I'm not entirely sure that the server is 100% happy. See, can I take a screenshot? I can. Here you go.
as soon as I get my Steam controller fixed, I have to turn it off like
There's
a bunch of
Q. Here's
times.
Q.
It is I. Oh yeah, I saw that too a couple days ago.
Well, looks like there's another one on the map.
I set it to 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I just said fuck it, run with it. I kind of misclicked, but I wasn't gonna. It's kind of a pain to try to do it on the controller.
You're going to crush that poor line. Ah, I see.
Have you ever heard about the phrase about how the parodies kind of ruined public perception about Dragon Ball? How they only view it as like the parodies. They remember things wrong because of it.
No, I don't look into that kind of stuff though.
Yeah, I don't really do that a whole lot either.
I mean,
I
I
like to
will.
just look up.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say, I like to just mainly look up game stuff.
Well, I will admit that I did find the Dragon Ball Z abridged quite amusing, and
Yeah, I did
it
too.
got rid of a lot of what I hated about Dragon Ball Z, aka the battles that took forever.
Yeah, yeah. The Boo Saga was particularly not my Namek Saga, minus a couple of details, is my favorite. Aside from parts of the androids, parts of it. That's my favorite parts of the series as far as Z goes.
For me, it was High School Gohan, but I understand
Yeah,
what you
that's the
mean.
Majin Buu area. Yeah, the thing about the reason why that came to pass, uh, during the Cell Saga, of course, most of the Android Saga, they were just he kept changing it and making it up as he went, which caused some conflictions. And then he decided he wanted to kill off Goku and make Gohan the new main character and go back to making a comedy series, which is fine. Um, I actually there were some parts about the idea of Gohan's life when he's an adult that intrigued me, but the execution sucked, and here's why. He went back and changed his mind again, and now he had to go and start trying to change a bunch of stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I say changed his mind, I'm not assuming that he just did it on his own randomly. He was probably influenced, but either way, it happened, and that's why it's such a mess. Because in the Buu Saga arc, which is after Cell, everything after Cell is considered part of the Buu arc, the arcs of Buu. There's different arcs. There's like 4 different arcs of Buu, I think, is how I would consider it. Anyway, so they had like different writers and shit coming in, and they had a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and that's part of why I don't really consider Boo. Because I mean, think about it. How much ridiculous stuff happens that just completely contradict things. Vegeta has to learn the same lesson for the 4th time. It's just those certain things are retreaded, and I'm not a big fan of it either. But it isn't a terrible. I mean, you can still watch it. I just put it into the category of this is just kind of its own thing,
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, and that makes it a little more fun for me. Otherwise, I'd be like, what the fuck? But I'm coming from a place of being obsessed with it for a long time. I used to have the complete collection, and I would go through and study like the different points and stuff. And no, I didn't have internet back then. This was like years, like after high school. Um, and I would study it. I would study all the different plot points, things that happened. I would study the forms and what it could have meant. And yeah, of course, obviously there's some retro contradictions, but and then there's also some retro retcons too. Um, but you can just kind of take that with a pinch of salt. I think this is about it. I think this is a good place to start. Six freight stops should be a good place to start. I think this is gonna be more than what we're gonna need, and we can start building the rail from here. I was just, adding decoration. I probably shouldn't though. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically why Gohan character turned into a different person when it came time for him to fight Cell. All of a sudden, he didn't want to fight, no, and they tried to play it off like he was this big pacifist. and stuff. All and it's like they contradicted his character because of what I just said a second ago about them wanting to find a reason to finish off Goku and make it a make Gohan the main character and go back to being a comedy. And that's where a lot of that stems from. I found some forum posts like way back whenever the show was still fresh. People's minds, and even back then they were saying like Gohan's character just switched all of a sudden. Alright. So how do you want to go about doing this? I think we're going to connect it to that main area I made, and then I'll make the second rail alongside the main one that's going to Seth's area, I think.
You know better than me.
I don't know. I just figured it'd be easier. Lay some foundation for it.
I can until my computer decides to glitch.
Are you floating on a visible platform?
Not yet. Give it time.
Yeah.
I haven't got any idea why it's like that, but that's how it goes.
I'd rather not have to make another sky platform, but if I want to link them up, I kind of have to. The other alternative is to go underground and pop up at the place. Now that I have
assuming you're going where I think you're going.
So here's the two ideas that I'm working with. A, we run the rail and connect to that main thing that I have set up over there. Two, we run it underground and then just build the entire path that way.
Your call. I think that the underground one would be a lot more work, but if you're going to eventually do it anyway.
I'm honestly not sure if I want to bother doing it right now. I'm not feeling the most energetic. But I want to work with what you're going to do, because I'd like for us, if you're helping me, it won't be as big of a deal. If I'm doing it by myself, I would just say fuck it to the main. Because I don't feel like I have the energy.
It's nearly the complete opposite end of the map, if I'm not mistaken, where he wants us to connect it.
Yes, almost.
So...
And keep in mind, the map is a lot smaller than it looks. Map.
Yes, but I'm just saying that's...
Yes, the short answer is yes.
That's still a long journey to completely lay new rails. Connecting is at least not quite as long.
That's exactly what...
The only issue is going to be getting to the correct height.
That should be easy. What we can do is build the foundation up to where we think we can, and then we'll observe. And then we'll cut out any unnecessary directions. And then we'll go back and then start doing any rampage if necessary.
You're already going to need to increase unless you're going to go through that electric tower.
Let's go around it.
I just went and plugged in the line.
Oh, okay. Thought you might have lagged out or something.
Not yet. Give me time.
Oh, don't worry. It's not. Some games just run better than others. This game's had issues. Wow. Yeah. I didn't mind it so much. I did. Sometimes when I was trying to sleep, I would get a random video that'd play about people talking about Dragon Ball, and the arguments about it was, and their points that they made was like they watched the bridge. And then the new Dragon Ball Super stuff, it's like they cut it, you know, it's another. It's like they went off the abridged version. It's just really didn't. And then stuff that he already learned going over again. Like, that's unfortunately that had to be put in my mind well, thank you. You made that tight way tighter than I thought I was gonna be able to. I appreciate that. That helped me out a lot. So I kind of figured out a good way to angle some concrete. This. Get a good angle going. Because remember how I was complaining I was having a hard time doing that?
Yep.
Well, I figured out a way to make it work. And it's thanks to working the subway things I figured it out.
Now, since you're using this pavement, you're giving me nice lines that I can figure out where I want these to start and stop.
Yeah, that's part of why I like doing the concrete. It helps me line it up. I do the same exact thing. Like whenever I was lining up the lights and stuff at the thing, I was actually using the lines on it to help me line it up because it has like a little square in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I found out if you click if you turn on the snapping option, you can rotate it at more increments.
Okay.
And I figured that out by experimenting and trying to make it turn. Tunnel. Okay. This is the part where I'm gonna have to start elevating.
Ran out of electrical range.
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me move this up.
Nah, it's fine. I can pull it from over here. I'm gonna start doing ramping here.
Okay.
Okay, that's not what. There we go. Effective can be a fucked up thing sometimes. I'm gonna do a 1 meter because, well, gravity does affect the train, so if I can keep from making it too steep all of a sudden. see, in order to do the snapping thing in increments like that, there has to be a foundation underneath it for it to really work effectively. And that's the missing link that I was missing when I was trying to make it work. See what I'm doing?
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep this thing from eating through the ground, but it's...
So take your time. I gotta go back and widen this part anyway. Yeah, what you gotta...
How's this look? That looks pretty good.
Yep, if you do it in segments on elevation changes, it's a lot better.
Oh. No, something's not happy. No. Who cares? We'll put it in yellow.
I think I know what it is. Let me take a look.
It doesn't matter. It should still function fine.
Yeah, it's something at the bottom of the model. It's going to be noticeable. Yeah, I found it. It's right here. At the beginning, it clips a little bit into the ramp.
Well, it's doing it constantly on the way up, so I'm not sure.
Oh.
It doesn't like elevation change, I don't think.
Well, usually once you get it going, it shouldn't be yellow like that. At least that's my experience. Screw it, I'll take what I can get.
Oh, okay, we got that part done. Awesome. I want it as short as I can.
Got the hump.
That way, it doesn't get much of a chance to fly for no reason.
Way to show you how I do this part after you put that next part in. This part's a little tricky.
Okay, just here we go.
Like that. I put like a half measure here. And then I'll try a half measure here. Just close. That looks a little smoother.
Okay.
It's usually more effective when it's a steeper difference. But there you go. So what I do is I put it on top, I press snap, and then I rotate it. And then I take another one and put it underneath that one. Oops. Like that. And then I delete the ones on top. Now what helped me figure that out is the trick that I used to make these turns over here. Make the turns over here the way I do. You have to snap.
Alright, is that the angle you're going for?
Yeah, I'm just winging it. I'm gonna try to see if I can get like a little turn going and merge it out.
No, that's fine. If that's what you're doing, I can move this along. I just wasn't sure if you needed to play around with it a bunch before you were happy with it.
I'm kind of doing a bit. My battery died. Give me a second.
Forget to charge it.
Yeah, I got it. I got two of them. I actually left the controller on when I went to go take a shower instead. Kind of, you know, it stayed on for a long time. Hey, when it shouldn't have. I have it set to where it automatically turns off after like a couple 2 minutes of not being used. It just didn't.
Mm.
Now that half the job, this is just important. About half. This is the rest of it. No, rest of it.
Not letting me on top. Doesn't matter. Go ahead and test it.
This is the other part that and I figured if we're going through here, we could just completely redo.
Your call. I won't be on for too much longer.
Yeah, we can do this tomorrow if you'd rather. We could just set up the frames for the station and then come back and redo this later.
So with you having blocked this off, what's going to happen to the other train that was automated?
It'll stop.
Okay.
And if it doesn't stop, it'll hit the bumper. Let's go back to the, let's go back and start hooking up all the conveyor belts. Call it a day on the train, maybe.
Why do I keep falling through the train? Doesn't matter, just go. Don't know what's with this server. There, maybe it'll let me sit like this. My head's halfway through the train, but I mean...
Talk about being hard-headed.
If anything, I think this would indicate I'm malleable-headed.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so this is here, and your platform is right there. I'm just going to yeah, I'm just gonna put a bolt here, and then we can figure out how you want to connect it. Hello.
Hello.
Unless you want it to come from the other wall.
I don't care.
Hello guys, how are you doing?
Good, how about you?
Absolutely ass.
I honestly imagined that I'd run a conveyor all the way around the building, so it coming out this wall is no issue, regardless of which side you want to come out of.
No, but if you want one to come out at the northwest side over here instead, that's not a problem.
Is that you, Toby?
No, I didn't say anything.
Is that you, Toby?
Yes, it was me.
How's Germany this time?
Pretty good actually. Yesterday, I was in one of our beer tents because, of course, why not? I was drinking a little too much.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the Tank Squad demo?
Hmm?
Did you ever get the Tank Squad demo?
I don't really understand. Can you please talk normally?
Did you ever get the Tank Squad?
He was asking if you ever got the Tank Squad demo.
I guess I'm just dumb.
There's
I
a
get what
game.
you're trying to say, man.
There's a game called Tank Squad. Did you ever get the demo or the trial version of it?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Thanks.
Yep.
Sorry, yesterday was a hard day.
You heard me. What happened?
Beer. I was drinking.
So did you want to tell me about it?
I don't know, I thought I could join you because no one else, yeah.
How's Mexico this time of year?
Beautiful. Lots and lots of tacos. Really recommend it.
Heck yeah, I like tacos.
I gotta love them. Mexican.
It's a requirement or you'll get excommunicated by your own country.
Man, why is that fucking headset hurting my head?
Why is your headset hurt? Stop it.
Yeah, everyone says that after drinking. But no one really does stop.
Put in the wrong splitters. I accidentally put in smart splitters.
That sounds like something Matt would do.
Yeah, but he'd do it on purpose. But yeah, it does. Toby, what have you been? You need to stop drinking alcohol. Start enjoying yourself. Better ways. Not good for you. Only 12 years old.
I'm 15.
You guys get it young over there.
They do. My friend Kiri started drinking and I never heard from him since. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. I miss him a lot. It hurts. He's also from
But I'm
Germany.
still here.
Huh?
But I'm still here.
Disappeared for a while. Did your own
Yeah,
vacation.
sorry.
Look, I gotta be a little quiet. I got a bad headache. So I'm mainly just gonna listen to you guys. Just tell me what you've been up to, Toby, and what, you know, what things you've been into and stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on now. And if you ever have any free time, we can play something sometime, okay?
Yeah.
Bitch.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to log out. You folks have a good night.
You know what? I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. I think I'm gonna eat something.
We're gonna eat baby.
Hmm?
Gonna eat baby.
Sure. Yeah, we'll just play something a little less complicated.
Why? Why do you eat babies?
They're delicious.